Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cara, and I am here with your September Animal Wisdom forecast. And as usual, I can't believe it's already next month. Um, it's been a really amazing month. I don't know if you've followed the flow of all of the weekly forecasts, but they have been really playing out in my life and in lots of other people's lives. I've been getting lots and lots of comments, and they all really come back to that message from the wolf for our August forecast about leading with your heart. And so I loved that practice last month. It's the first time that I've really kind of formally put the monthly forecast and the weekly forecast together, but really, really liked it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again this month. So for the monthly forecast for September, I'm using my Animal Wisdom Oracle cards. And these are 40 cards, all different kinds of animals. And each one I have had a conversation with, an intuitive conversation with. Oh, there's Frog again. I ask the animals the same three questions, and I've been doing this for over a decade now, which is, what's your spiritual gift? What's your spiritual lesson? And do you have a message that you want to share with people? And the premise for this is that I believe that each and every one of us is a divine being having a unique experience. It could be a whale experience, it could be a rattlesnake experience, but we are all divine beings having our unique experience of life so that our soul can share the gifts that it has to share with the world and learn the lessons that it wants to learn. And so we incarnate in different species, bodies, and life histories and environments to learn these different spiritual lessons. And that's what is compiled in this card deck. And I don't have the book handy. But there is a guidebook that goes with it that has a couple of pages of information about each of the cards, more as a springboard for your intuition to find what really resonates for you, what that lesson or message is for you. So you can find that within with a little help from your friends, the animals. So excuse me for the sniffling. I live in Northern California. It's been 5 weeks of smoke from wildfires in my area, and I went out for a couple of appointments today, and ever since I went outside, I've been sniffling. I hope this all comes to an end very, very soon. It's a very intense situation in California right now. So I just felt two things. I felt my thumb on this front card, and I felt my fingers on this back card. And so I'm going to pull those out. So card number 1 is the Dragonfly. One of my favorite cards, one of my favorite messages. It's all about harmony and recognizing that life is fleeting and really finding your niche, living your life your way. So finding what makes you different and celebrating that, and not looking to fit in, but to stand out and be you. So really fantastic message there. And then on the bottom of this deck, I still have of this section, I still have it in my hand, is the bat. And the bat is all about tapping into collective consciousness and really understanding that you're part of something greater, and the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So, really remembering, because it's just us forgetting that we are part of everything, all of life, all that is. And it's easy to forget that, especially in the daily hustle of life and the challenges of the past few years, especially, and the upheaval going on in the world all over the place right now. It's really easy to forget that we are all connected, and not only are we connected, but we're all one. And the bat is really, really about that energy and that message, that you can tap into what's sometimes referred to as the collective consciousness or the hive mind, and know that you are part of that. And really, the message that's coming to me is to tap into the flow of that energy that you want to ride, right? Like if this was a river, we'd want to, set our course on that specific line of the water moving down the river. Well, in this case, we want to intentionally and consciously choose where we want to tap into that river of the collective unconsciousness, that vibration that we want to hold on to, that we want to bring into our lives and to have in our lives. So I'm hoping that's not too kind of vague and esoteric, because I feel it in a very practical, applied kind of way. If you want to tap into, say, healing energy, then you're going to tap into one place. If you want to tap into inspiring energy, you might tap in someplace else. But to me, the take-home message with this card is really that it's all available to us, and we can choose where to tap into that collective consciousness to raise our own consciousness to where we want to be. So in a sense, it's kind of like goal setting, right? Like setting an intention, creating a vision board, having a goal, like really tapping into that future version of you that you want to be and express more, because we know you already have it inside of you. And then choosing to reach out to that particular energy, to that particular vibration of the energetic soup that we all are a part of. So I'm hoping that's making sense. Let me know in the comments if that's confusing or needs clarification. And then I'm just going to pull the card from my thumb for the final card. And that final card is the butterfly. And the butterfly is a really profound message for me. It's really about non-attachment. So it's really about not being attached to the outcome and really being in that place of openness and optimism and renewal, right? Like there's a piece of the butterfly, the cocoon, right? The caterpillar goes into the cocoon and comes out a butterfly. So really tapping into that whole energy of renewal and reinventing, revitalizing yourself, I think is the word. But the thing about this card is it always reminds us of one of the sayings from my spiritual teachers at the University of Santa Monica when I was getting my master's degree in spiritual psychology: this or something better for the highest good of all concerned. So even if you are working towards a specific goal or, want things to go a certain way, that's fine. That's awesome. It's like placing your order at a restaurant. Like, here's what I'd like to have. And if the chef comes back with something even better, you're like, whoa, I didn't even know I liked it that way, right? Like, how awesome is that? So the thing about not being attached, the non-attachment, is to, yes, put it out there. Here's my intention. Here's my dream. Here's my vision. Here's what I hope for. And it's this or something better for the highest good of all concerned will come forward. And so you can let go of a specific outcome, that's that non-attachment, and be open to receive this or something better. So if this is the best thing that can happen to me, then I'll get this. But if there's something even better, then that's what I'll get. And that, I think, is one of the keys to non-attachment, is really finding that practical way that you can wrap your brain around letting go of the outcome, because we all want stuff. We all want things to be a certain way, and they don't always show up that way. They don't always end up that way. But when we can remember that our intention is for this or something better for the highest good of all concerned, that takes the pressure off of us to grasp and push and try to make things happen, and allows the magic of the universe to come to our aid to create the situations that are going to be for our highest good. So it's a really interesting grouping of cards here, because we started with the dragonfly, we went to the bat, And then we ended with the butterfly. So we have three animals, all who fly in the air. The upside down nature of the bat can really speak to our ability to go within and dream and to tap into that unconscious realm that's within us, that mysterious kind of place, the darkness, the sleep, the unconscious. And I find it fascinating that I have a few birds, but in this deck, but no other kinds of animals, no frogs or bison or, no big mammals. This energy, looking at it together, is really, when you look at it straight across, it's really about being who you are, doing things your way, asking for the help that you need, tapping into the collective consciousness that's out there that can automatically help you, effortlessly help you. And remember to not be attached to the outcome, but to be open to surprises and something better. I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful reading for the month of September, and the lightness of it, right? Like all of these animals are in the air. There's a lightness. And along with that air quality is, a quality of mental, like this is also an opportunity to look at the mental side of things and to really do some cleaning up, do some healing there with any of the mental constraints that are holding you down so you can't fly, so keeping you from soaring. If you want to grow and fly and soar and live your niche and tap into the unconscious or the collective consciousness and really renew yourself like a butterfly does, then one of the best ways to do that so that you can soar is to free yourself from the mental constraints, the limiting beliefs, the judgments, the limitations that we put on ourselves. And those can be conscious or unconscious. But the energy of this month really says to me that this is a fantastic time to do that work. The payoff is there, the lightness is there, the flying is there, the lift is there. So I say go for it and go 100% and set your sights on whatever you want. Know that these animals are in the magical mix of the energy of the month of September, and go forward and make your dreams come true. You can do this, and we can all do it together. So let's lean on each other and make our dreams come true and become the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. That's my forecast for the month of September 2021. I hope this resonates with you. I hope it inspires you. And I hope it's comforting and reassuring to you as well. But to me, it feels very light, very effervescent, very wonderful kind of energy, and really, really supportive of doing not the heavy emotional lifting of inner work, but the more mental aspect of catching those thoughts, forgiving yourself for the judgments, forgiving yourself for the limiting beliefs, and moving on and really affirming your truth and the dream that you are working toward. So keep me posted. Let me know how it goes. And I look forward to talking to you in the comments. Have a beautiful month.